Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Yes, yes, yes. It's that time. It's the time to get your mental B-12. We having our therapy session. Yes, my big brother, Andre Richardson. You guys have no idea how happy I am to see him live. Pastor Corey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Amen, Shantae. I'm sure my wife will get up in a minute. Yeah, toxic behavior and forgiveness. All right, we're going to talk about how to overcome negative emotions. I'll try not to be too lengthy today, but I got to get this out because so many people get overwhelmed and so many toxic behaviors begin to rise up within, and then it'll take you on a emotional and mental spiral. That's the word I'm looking for. And so we're going to get right into this. Please share and let everybody know. Coach Dre is in the house, ready to go on this morning. Now, watch this. Here we go. Overcoming negative emotions. When you're upset, excuse me, when you're upset, you can take control of your emotions by taking a step back. A lot of times we don't. That emotion hits us, and we don't take even a millisecond to see if the reaction of my emotion is factual to what's happening. Right? We don't take a step back first. So what we need to do is, as soon as we feel it, we know it's coming on, take a step back, breathe in deep, and gain emotional distance before trying to deal with any situation. That is so key. Step back, take a deep breath, gain emotional distance to the situation, circumstance, whatever. Just step back. Stop reacting. A lot of times we react irrationally, and we don't even have the facts. We just heard it, and we do no critical thinking to verify if what we're hearing is even factual. It's messed up. I'm in a psychology class right now, so it's it's going to take me on a whole different plane now. So don't wait until you're in a challenging situation to decide how to calm yourself down. Okay? Instead, take a moment now to brainstorm 5 things that make you feel better when you're upset. 5 things that make you feel better when you're upset. You can also use the following powerful tools for shifting your emotional state. So we're going to talk, everything I'm going to talk about today is 5 seconds. 5 seconds. We just take 5 seconds. We're going to be able to diffuse our negative emotions. All right? So let's talk about the 5-second rule. This was made famous by Mel Robbins. Anytime you have a thought or emotion that is leading down a path you don't want to go, nobody wants to have a feeling of being overwhelmed. And being overwhelmed affects people differently in any form of emotionalism. All right? So how I may feel overwhelmed and how I deal with it could be completely different than how my wife does. Okay? So anytime you have a thought or emotion that is leading you down the path again you don't want to go, you can stop it in its tracks by using the 5-second rule, which gives you 5 seconds to take action to change your state of mind. So all it takes is 5 seconds. 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Why 5 seconds? I'm about to tell you. Because if you allow a negative emotion to fester more than 5 seconds, it will gain in strength and momentum, and once escalated, emotions are difficult to control. You know that. I know that. We've been there. When we went way to the left, and by the time we come to our senses about a thing, Have you ever been mad at yourself for reacting the way you're reacting, and that reaction caused a chain of negative effects? And how you just, let me put it this way, emotions are have you respond and react out of your own character. Good morning. Good morning, Tori. It will. Your emotions will have you in a Jekyll and Hyde state of mind. Okay? It's just like when people get angry, they're a totally different person. Especially when you hit past anger is rage. Rage is very violent, very destructive, and so on. Okay. So emotions are difficult to control because if you wait, like I said, more than 5 seconds to act on an idea of something you want to do, you would take yourself out of it. So you got 5 seconds to react, to change before that negative emotion increases in power and strength. Okay? Now watch this. Your mind will bring up all the reasons you shouldn't do it. It will tell you why you're justified. Have you ever told yourself, reason within your own mind why you're justified to do a thing? You know what you need to do, but your mind, if you don't step in, will think, I don't feel like it. Well, unless what you're trying to do is 100% pleasurable, you will never feel like it. I'm going to repeat all that. Okay? Now, it will tell you why you're justified to do whatever you want to do. You know what you need to do. But your mind, if you don't step in, will think, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing what I know I need to do. This is the way I'm going to go. So, unless what you're trying to do is 100% pleasurable, you will never feel like it. By taking action, any small action, within 5 seconds, you will outsmart your own brain. Plus, counting down to 1 gives your brain the signal that you've reached the end and it's time to move on. One way that I diffuse, and others of us on my job help diffuse those who are angry, is having to take deep breaths. Deep breaths. Up to 10. By the time they hit 5, their fist that's balled up like this in rage. By the time they hit 5, their hands become open again, and it diffuses. And so we're going to talk about that today, briefly. Okay, 5-second motivation. 5-second motivation. Next time you're feeling nervous and lacking motivation to do what you know need to do, to know what you know you need to do, use the 5-second rule to take an action, to take immediate action step. All right. When the thought comes, I should return this phone call I've been putting off. Count 5, 4. Think of where your phone is. 3, 2. Reach for the phone. 1. Dial the number. 5-second motivation. This will eliminate those of us who procrastinate. Those of us who don't do what we need to do when we know we have to do it. So do a 5-second motivation. When the thought comes, I should return this call that I've been putting off. So you've been procrastinating making a call. Start counting 5, 4, think of where your phone is. 3, 2, reach for the phone. 1, make the call. There's your motivational step. How about a 5-second calming? 5-second calming. When you're starting to feel emotions rising, whether it's frustration or anxiety, good morning, baby. Your best tool for staying calm is to breathe. 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 If you find yourself getting emotional, here's 4 little steps for you. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for 5 seconds while counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release it through your mouth and repeat several times if necessary. All right? So we're going to breathe. Take a deep breath through our nose. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds while counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to release real slow. And you repeat it as often as you have to until you calm down. All right? 5-second action. So I gave you 5-second motivation, 5-second calming, 5-second action. All right? When you know reacting negatively to a situation, such as knowing you shouldn't say something snarky to that person in the office that always pushes your buttons, will cause problems. Instead of reacting, take action. Count 5, telling yourself reacting isn't worth it. 4, 3, think of something nice to say or plan your exit strategy. 2, make your move to say something or do something. 1, congratulate yourself for choosing not to react negatively. Okay? 5-second action. 5, telling myself reacting isn't worth it. I'm not going to respond to this person. 4, 3, thinking of something nice to say, or I'm going to plan my exit strategy from this foolishness. 2, I'm going to make my move to say or do something. 1, I'm going to congratulate myself for not dropping to their level. And then I'm going to make a fool of myself like they are to me. All right, the 5-second action. Excuse me. All right, let's go. Y'all good? We're going to do a 5-second redirection. 5-second redirection. Another technique that works great for shifting your emotional state is to redirect your thoughts. When you first catch your monkey mind off on a tangent or you sense an unwanted emotion within you, immediately start counting from 5 to 1. In that 5 seconds, do something with your body. Anything. Close your eyes, clap your hands together, strike a power pose. This distracts your thought process. Then, when you get to 1, take this time of mental clarity to determine a more empowering perspective. Okay? Read it again. The 5-second redirection. When you catch your mind going off somewhere on a tangent, or you sense an unwanted emotion within you, immediately start counting from 5 to 1. In that 5 seconds, do something with your body. Anything, close your eyes, clap your hands, strike a power pose, strike a pose like Madonna, whatever. This distracts your thought process. Then when you get to 1, take this time of mental clarity to determine a more empowering perspective. Redirect. Excuse me. So by the time that you're done, now you have a clarity of mind to look at the situation or circumstance in a clear view. Okay? All right, 2 more and I'm done. Hope this is helping you guys this morning. De-escalating anger. De-escalating anger. Once you've already in a heightened state of anger, you're already there. You're already at 10. Ain't no 5 to 1, ain't no count. I ain't doing no 5-second count, nothing. It will take longer than 5 seconds to de-escalate your emotional state. So to calm yourself down from anger, start the 5-second calming activity, holding a deep breath for 5 seconds and counting from 5 to 1. Then place your hand over your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Focus on your breathing and your heartbeat for 2 minutes. Doing this has been shown to synchronize your brain and your heart. Remember when we talked about how the prefrontal cortex, I didn't even teach that yet, which is the local thinking part of your brain, shuts off when intense emotions are present. Okay. Well, doing this hand over the heart technique turns it back on. So if you need to remove yourself from a situation so you can take these 2 minutes to calm down, you have to look out for you, ladies and gentlemen. When this anger arises, you got to quickly de-escalate it. Okay? Stop staying in that situation where the anger has sparked you. We got to quickly de-escalate it. Okay? I don't know anybody that likes to feel angry, that likes to be in an angry state. Last one. Stop yourself from crying. When frustrated, overwhelmed, or sad, you may find yourself feeling like you're going to cry at work, at home, over the phone, wherever. You can use the 5-second rule to calm yourself in this situation as well. Start with the calming breathing. Okay? Hold for 5 seconds and counting down to 1. In this case, breathe in really deep through your nose. You can repeat this several times. It also helps to take a drink of water. Swallow hard, yawn, blink rapidly, lift your shoulders high, or make that power pose. Smile. Then do something to distance yourself, such as leaving the room if possible, or comfort yourself by getting a cup of coffee or putting on a comfy sweater, something that's going to bring comfort to you. Now, I don't know if you heard of these things. There's weighted blankets. There's weighted shoulder, almost like a shoulder pad. That when kids are angry, especially at my job, I have a couple of these. I put these on their shoulders, or I let them lay in my beanbag and throw the weighted blanket on them. Not throw it on them, but lay it on them. And the weight calms them down. All right. Change what you're thinking about to something neutral or happy. And if you need a moment to compose yourself, ask for it. So if you're around some people and you're angry, ask for, you know what, give me a moment. I need a moment. And when a person's asking you for a moment, let them have their moment. Don't pressure them. Don't force them to stay in something when they're trying to gain back their rationale, emotional state. Okay? Some people, they like to push and push and push. Well, I need a moment. Well, no, you don't need a moment. No, we need to talk about this right now. No, I don't want to talk about it right now. I need a moment. Don't allow people to keep pushing you and push you when you know you. If they don't have the decency to give you a moment to get your composure, to gather yourself together, then I'm going to question who they are. And how much do they care about you? Because then all they care about is hearing their own voice and voicing what they have to say. They don't care about you. They don't care about your emotional state. And remember, not to keep these emotions indefinitely. Okay? Don't. That's. Have you ever felt some type of way about something, and you've been feeling this way for a very, very long time since the incident occurred? Will you allow those emotions that happened 10, 12 years ago to become indefinite emotions in you? So you're always feeling this type of way, some type of way about something that happened, and that emotion has become indefinite in you. We need to release that. We need to release that. Allow yourself to address how you feel at another point. Once you've regained your composure or are in privacy, and if in the end you feel you need to cry, let it out. Just let it out. It's a signal of a core issue is being addressed, and facing it can lead to long-term resolution. So we should never tell somebody stop crying. No, cry, release it, release it, because those tears could be releasing you from a core issue. Doesn't make you weak. Men don't make you weak because you cry. It's nonsense. Trying to keep your composure and trying to be all this, it's because we've been taught so many wrong things growing up. We've been taught how not to deal with our emotions. We've been taught not to cry. We've been taught a whole lot of garbage growing up. So that's all I have for you today. I thought this was going to take longer. Overcome your negative emotions. I've given you lots of tools today. 5-second motivation, 5-second calming, 5-second action, 5-second redirection. Then we talked about how to de-escalate anger and stop yourself from crying. But if you need to cry, then you let it out. Release it. Let it go. All right. That's it. Tomorrow, you want to be on tomorrow, Friday. I gotta get a new flyer made. All right. Putting yourself first. We're going to talk about that tomorrow morning. Putting yourself first. Okay. What's the first part? The first segment is fill your cup. Fill your cup. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the oxygen mask. Okay. But we're going to start off, fill your cup. You got to fill your cup. I'm not even going to go into it because I could real quick. So next Tuesday, which is May 30th, 7:30 p.m., go to Eventbrite, fearofchange.eventbrite.com, fearofchange.eventbrite.com. You need to register, sign up. Workshop I'm doing. Got a notification that someone signed up today. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you don't want to miss. A lot of people are afraid of change. They have a fear of change. They want to change, don't know how to change. Every time they try to change, it just seems like it just doesn't work. Okay. It's $10, I think, plus taxes, $12.71. But definitely sign up. It's worth it. It's going to be worth it. I believe everything I do is worth it. And so that's just the confidence that I have. It's not being arrogant. but I believe that what I am called to do is to help people, and I believe that I am doing so. Even if it's one, I'm happy for that. So putting yourself first is tomorrow. Tuesday is going to be fear of change. And then next week, I'll have a whole new week of topics that we're going to talk about and discuss. If there's something that you would like for me to coach on, teach on, that you're struggling with, may not have a struggle with, may want some more clarity about a thing, just inbox me and let me know, and I'll see what I can do for you. Okay. You can also go to my website, www.soundmindcoaching.net. And I do have a Sound Mind Coaching on Facebook. We are now on YouTube, Sound Mind Coaching. And so we're pretty much everywhere. Yeah, we are also on Twitter. This is live on Twitter right now on Coach Fullwood. And so just doing the passion that I have to help people renew their minds, retraining our minds, sound mind. Oh, yes, the phone number. Thank you, dear. 586-300-2541. Option two. All right. Option one is to the ministry. And option one is for me. And as soon as my wife decides where and how, there'll be option three. All right. So option one is to the Gatekeepers Ministry. Option two is for Sound Mind Coaching. So excited about what is happening in our lives. And we just want your minds to be renewed. We really do retrain our minds, because our minds have, through the environment that we lived in, the things we watched, the things we picked up, we have engrafted a whole lot of junk. A whole lot of junk. And we have to, by renewing your mind, you're going to break a whole lot of cycles. You're going to break a whole lot of behavior cycles. And so you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. A beautiful mind is terrible to waste. Don't waste yours. Don't waste your mind. Don't waste your mind. Cultivate your mind. You can retrain your mind. So that saying, this is just who I am, is a lie. Is a lie. You just haven't taken the time to retrain your thought processes. And so if you need help with that, you want help with that, I am here for you. All right, that is it. I'll see you back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Please share. We're going to talk about putting yourself first. So if you know anyone who they give, and they don't put themselves first, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. I'm tired of giving. I keep giving, and nobody gives back in return. Well, first of all, you don't have no boundaries around yourself. You have to set boundaries. 2, well, that's my cue. 2, I forgot 2 because of the alarm. You gotta set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. And all right, here we go. Whatever you do for people, if you're doing it without a motive, if you're doing it without expectation of wanting something back from them, then those words should never come out your mouth. I give and I give and I give and I help this person, I help that person. But nobody does that for me. Nobody. Well, is that the reason why you're doing it? Is that the reason why you're helping this person and that person? That's right. And you have to learn to receive. I have to learn to receive. I had a friend of mine, I tell him, man, you too prideful. You give. Now it's your turn to receive. Get out yourself. So we can be our own enemy. We can be our own enemy. So we had to set boundaries. I had to tell one of my coworkers yesterday, you being played. I really told him, you being played. A parent, 2 kids, 2 boys at school. You being played. They're playing you. You got to set boundaries. You got to set boundaries with kids. You got to set boundaries with yourself. And a lot of times we don't know. Maybe I should teach out of that book, Boundaries. Phenomenal book. But yeah. So then what happens is my wife did her illustration, but we keep pouring out. This is us. I'm pouring into this person, pouring into that person, this person, pouring. Next minute, your cup is empty. Now you can't help nobody. You can't help yourself now because you don't pour. So you're not putting anything back into your own cup. You're not putting yourself first. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And I think it's perfect going into the weekend so that you pour back into you going into this weekend. Okay? Putting yourself first. All right? Even in relationships, husbands and wives, there's times that you have to, what, baby, go take care of yourself. Go do this. If you can go with the girls, get you some me time, whatever. Pour back. Husbands, we're supposed to pour into our wives. Wives pour into our husbands, because in that covenant contract, I don't know why I'm going here, but in that covenant contract, I'm supposed to die to myself and live for my wife, and my wife's supposed to die to herself and live for me. So we're both living for each other. There should be no lack. There should be no lack. Come on, somebody. There should be no lack, because my focus is her focus is me. And so me understanding her and her needs and her wants and her desires, and her understanding my needs, wants, and desires. So there should ever be no lack. Communication, express yourself. Okay? You know the saying, closed mouth don't get fed. Can't discern everything. Can't be prophetic about everything. Some things is just natural that we need to just communicate with. All right, so putting yourself first. Let somebody know. If you know somebody who keeps pouring, and their cup is running dry, you need to have them come on tomorrow. All right, please share this. Anybody you know that needs these techniques to help them overcome. Anybody that gets angry quick anger, they're triggered quickly, and that anger instantly, Hulk smash. They're ready to go there. You need to have them listen to this. Okay? Even take the time and practice these things. All right, y'all. I'm gone. Remember, a beautiful mind is terrible to waste. Don't waste yours. Don't waste your mind.